Hello friends, I am Alias, Assistant Professor in Civil Engineering Department, Sandipani Technical Campus, Latur. Today's topic is influence line diagram for vertical member of determinate truss. Now the learning outcomes. After watching this video, student will be able to understand the concept of method of section, and also a student will be able to draw IND for vertical member of truss. Now take a pause and question arise in the mind: what are the methods to calculate the member force? So methods, the first one is a method of section and second one is a method of joint. Here in this problem we are using here the method of section. Now this is a numeric to draw influence line diagram for forces in the vertical member U0 L0 and U1 L1 if the unit load transfers on bottom chord. So we have to draw the IND for U0 L0, it's a vertical member, and U1 L1. Now first is the IND for a member U0 L0. Now for that we have to take the sections and cut this member U0 L0, and this section should be such that this section should not be cut than the more than the 3 members. So here this section cuts only the 2 members U0 L0 and L0 L1, and here we have to apply the unit load on the each joint and find the ordinate of ILD for the U0 L0. So first is L0, then we have to apply the unit load on L1, then apply the unit load on L2, then L3, and finally on the L4, and find the ordinate for the in each case. So now apply the unit load on left side of the section. So first part is the L0 is the left of the section, that is why we are applying the left hand side of the section. So here apply unit load on the L0. When the unit load is on the member, the reactions are as well. The RL0 is 1 minus x by L and RL4 is the x by L. And consider the equilibrium of the right part. For the sake of the calculations, we have to consider the right part for the equilibrium conditions of the sections. From the section we have to consider only the right part. We have to ignore the left hand side. So on the right side, which are the forces? One is U0 L0, then L0 L1, and this vertical reaction RL4. So if you apply your sigma Fy condition, so only the 2 forces are here and unknown is the L0 U0 L0. So here we are applying the sigma Fy conditions. But before that we have to consider the sign of the member force. So here is away from the joint, it means the tension. So we are considering the tension. So apply the sigma Fy conditions. So only the 2 forces are here, RL4 and the U0 L0. So this sign should be the above the section, because we are considering the right of the section. Because we are considering the right of the section. So sigma Fy condition upward positive, downward negative. So reaction is upward positive and this member force is downward is negative. So here F U0 L0 is equal to the RL4. So unknown is what? RL4. RL4 is x by L. X is what? Location of the unit load. Initially is at the L0 means x equal to 0. So RL4 is equal to 0. So F U0 L0 is equal to 0. Then again you have to move this load on the next joint, that is the L1. Again here, now we are considering the right hand side of the section. So apply the unit load on the right of the section. So here apply the unit load on the right of the section and consider the equilibrium of left part of the section. So now we are considering the left hand side for our equilibrium conditions. So here unknown force is this, again the U0 L0 and the L0 L1 and this reaction, 3 forces. But here, again here, before that, we have to consider the sign of this L0, U0, L0. Now, apply the sign here. We are considering left hand side. So, apply the sign on the left hand side of this or the member force. So, here we are considering now is a compressive sign. So, we are assuming that due to this unit load at L1, this member is subjected to a compressive. If the value is positive, our sign convention is the correct. So now apply sigma FY condition. Why? Because this member force is vertical. That is why we have to apply sigma FY condition. So apply the sigma FY condition are the only the two forces RL0 and the LU0 L0. So again the upward positive, downward negative. So RL0 minus FU0 L0 equal to 0. So FU0 L0 is equal to RL0. Now here x is equal to the 4 because this location of L1 is a 4. So what is the value of RL0? RL0 is equal to 1 minus x by L. So 1 minus 4 by 16. So RL4 is equal to the 0.75. Automatically FU0 L0 is equal to 0.75. And this value is positive and this sign indicates the compression. So we have written here the compression. And it means what? Indicate when the load is at the L1, this member is subjected to a compression and the ordinate is the 0.75. The next, again we are applying the right hand side. So apply the load on the L2 now. Again consider the left of the section because we are applying the right of the section load. So consider the equilibrium of left of the section. Again here we have to assume the sign of this member forces. Again the compressive. Again only the two vertical forces are here. So apply sigma FY condition. So equation is as usual, is previously the same. RL0 minus FU0 L0 equal to 0. FU0 L0 is equal to RL0. Again the value of RL0 is 1 minus x by L. Now x is equal to what? Is a 8 meter. So x equal to 8. What is the value of RL0? So 1 minus 8 by 16. RL0 is equal to 0.5. So what is the value of L0 U0 L0 is equal to 0.5. Again this is a positive. So what assume we are the compressive is the correct. Then again move this load on the L3 and this is the right hand side of the section. Again consider the equilibrium condition for the left part of this section. Again we have to assume the direction of this force. We are assuming here the compressive. So again we are applying the sigma FY condition because this member is a vertical. So equation will be the same as the previous. RL0 minus FU0 L0 equal to 0. FU0 L0 is equal to RL0. So x equal to now the 12 because 4 plus 4 plus 4. What is the value of RL0? So RL0 is equal to 0.25. So F0 L0 is equal to 0.25. This is a positive. So this sign of compressive is the correct. Now apply the load finally on the L4 joint. So again this is the right part of the section. Consider the left part for the equilibrium condition. Again we have to assume here the sign. Again we are applying the same is a compressive. Again sigma FY condition. So RL0 minus FU0 L0 equal to 0. FU0 L0 equal to RL0. So here x is equal to 16. So what is the value of RL0? So RL0 is equal to the 0 because 1 minus 16 by 16. So FU0 L0 is equal to 0. Now in this way we got all the ordinates of the ILD when this unit load at L0, then L1, then L2, then L3 and finally on the L4. So draw the line equal to the length of the truss. X equal to 0, ordinate is 0. X equal to 4, 0.75 in compression. When x equal to 8, ordinate is the 0.5. Again the compressive. X equal to 12, ordinate is the 0.25, again the compression, and finally at x equal to 16 the ordinate is the 0. So is 0, then here 0.75, 0.5, 0.25 and the 0. Now join this 0 to 75 and this 75 to the 0. Now we are considering this compressive as a positive, that is why it's above the line, and that is why the positive. So this is the ILD for the member U0 L0. Now the next member ILD for member U1 L1, this vertical member. Again here we have to apply the section, so that this section cut this member U1 L1, but this section should not be cut the more than the 3 members. So section 2 this cuts the U1 L1, then also the U0 U1, then also L1 L2, 3 members. So here apply the unit load on this first joint, then find the member force in the U1 L1, then apply this unit load on the L1 and find again the same procedure, the member force in the U1 L1, then next L2, then L3 and finally the L4, and find the member force in the L1 U1 L1 for the each conditions. So that gives us the ILD for the member U1 L1. So now here first we are here applying the load on the left of the section, because we are applying the load on the L0. So this is the left of the section. So apply this load on the L0 neat load, then consider the right hand part of the section as the equilibrium conditions. So here the one force U0 U1, then U1 L1 and the L1 L2, but consider only the right part of the section, ignore the left side part. Then find the reactions. As well, the reactions RL0 is 1 minus x by L and RL4 is equal to the x by L. Then this member is vertical, so we have to consider the sigma Fi condition, but before that we have to consider the sign conventions of this U1 L1. Assume the compression or the tension, but this above the line, not the below the line, because we are considering right part of the section. So we are assuming here the tension. So apply the sigma Fi condition because this member is vertical. So automatically these two horizontal forces becomes the 0 because we are applying the sigma Fi condition. So this is one vertical force and this reaction is another vertical force. Upward force positive and downward force negative. So here RL4 is positive and minus FU1L1 is equal to 0. Then FU1L1 is equal to the RL4. So RL4 is equal to the x by L. X is the location of the weight load, is at the 0. So x equal to 0, RL4 is equal to 0. It means FU1L1 is equal to the 0. Then move this load on the next joint, that is the L1. So again that is the left hand side of the sections. So apply unit load on the L1 and we are applying the load on the left hand side to consider again the same condition, that is the equilibrium part of the right hand side. Then again same, we have to assume the direction of this U1 L1 but on the right hand part only. So here we are again the same conditioning, considering that is a tension force. Apply the sigma Fi conditions. So equation is RL4 minus FU1 L1 is equal to 0. Because of this, vertically upward is plus and vertically downward is the minus. So FU1 L1 is equal to the RL4. Now here x is equal to the 4. So x equal to 4, what is the value of RL4? That is equal to the 4 by 16. So RL4 is equal to 0.25. Now put this value into our equation. So FU1 L1 is equal to 0.25. Now this value is positive. It means what we assume this is the sign of the tension. So that is the correct. So when the load at the L1, this member is subjected to a tension, and that ordinate is the 0.25. Now move this load on the next part, that is the L2, and now this is the right of the section. This load is on the right of the section. So apply wind load on the L2. So consider the equilibrium of the left part of the section. So here load is right, so consider the left hand side of the sections. So only the left hand side of the section. Now again here we have to assume the direction of U1 L1 force, but it is on the left hand side of the section, not this right hand side. So again in this way, below this section, below this a section line. Here only consider this part. Left part, because load is on the right side. So apply here the sigma Fi conditions. So this force is what? Downwards, that is why negative, and this here because left hand part. So RL0 is upward, that is why is a plus. So RL0 is equal to FU1 L1 is equal to 0. So FU1 L1 is equal to RL0. So here x is equal to the 8. 4 plus 4. What is the value of RL0? RL0 is the 1 minus x by L. So RL0 is equal to 1 minus 8 by 60. So RL0 is equal to 0.5. So FU1 L1 is equal to 0.5. This value is positive. It means what? We have assumed here a compressive sign, that is the correct. Now again this load move on the next joint. Again that is the right of the section, and that load is on the L3 now. So this is the right hand side of the section. So consider the again the same equilibrium of the left hand side of the section. So again here we have to assume the direction of this U1 L1, but only on the left of the section. So here again we are applying the compressive force. So take here sigma Fi equal to 0. This section cut this U1 U0 L1 and the L1 L2, but these members are horizontally, so that does not come under this sigma Fi conditions. So only the unknowns are this U1 L1 and this RL0, but RL0 is 1 minus x by L, that we can calculate this value. So here again RL0 minus FU1 L1 is equal to the 0. So FU1 L1 is equal to RL0. So what is the value of RL0 when x is equal to the 12? 4, then plus 4 plus the 4. So RL0 is equal to 1 minus 12 by 16. So RL0 is equal to 0.25. So FU1 L1 is equal to 0.25. This is the positive. It means what we have assumed the compression is correct. So this, when the load is at the L3, this member is subjected to the compressive force, and that ordinate is the 0.25. Now finally apply the load on the L4, and again that is the right part. So again consider the left hand side of the section as a equilibrium conditions. So again assume the direction is a compressive force. Sigma Fi condition, it is the same. Again the equation will be the same. RL0 minus FU1 L1 equal to 0. FU1 L1 is equal to RL0. Now here this is the x is equal to the 16. What is the value of RL0? So RL0 1 minus 16 by 16, that is the 0. So FU1 L1 is equal to the 0. In this way we got all the ordinates for the when the unit load is at L0, L1, L2, L3 and the L4. Now we plot here the ID for the member U1 L1. Draw the horizontal line equal to the length of the truss. Now when x equal to 0, ordinate is a 0. When x equal to 4, ordinate is a 0.25 but tension. x equal to 8 already it is a 0.5 but in compression. X equal to 12 already it is a 0.25 but is a compression. And finally x equal to 16, the ordinate is the 0. Now we are plotting the positive above the line and negative below the line. We are considering compression as positive and tension as negative. So first is a 0, then is a tension negative, so below the line, then the positive above the line, then 0.25 and the 0. Now join this 0 to 25 first, then this 25 to 50 in this way. So this below the line is the negative and above the line is the positive. So in this way, this is the ILD for the member U1 L1 vertical member. Thank you.